What's going on, comic fam? It's your boy, the Bearded Comic Bro, and this is my top 50 books in my collection video. So hey, let's talk comics. Alright gang, so here's how it goes. Alex the Comic Hoarder decided he was going to drop his top 50 comic books in his collection, and he wants to see what our top 50 books are in our collections. And my boy Vincent McLean did it, and he said, Bearded, you've got to do it. So with that being said, let's look at my top 50 books in my collection. Gang, I got stacks on stacks on stacks. We got raw books. You know I like it raw. I got slab books. I've got signed books. Let's see what we got. Up first, my top 50 books. Y'all know me, I am collecting Batman. Volume 1. This is Batman 132. It is the oldest Batman book in my collection from 1960. Ooh-wee. Let's go. Up next, we've got The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert. Gang, you know I love The Office. Gotta show love to my boy Jimmy Halpert and his comic book. Gang, next, you know I'm dropping it with a first appearance of Nightwing, your boy. Let's go. Tales of Teen Titans, number 44. Up next, we've got Detective Comics 474. That is the first modern age appearance of Deadshot. Let's stick with Detective Comics. We've got my first ever modern age appearance of my boy Professor Hugo Strange in Detective Comics number 471. You know what they say in collecting, if you can't get a first, get a second. So, my next is Detective Comics number 363, the second appearance of Batgirl. My shop had a Slab 5.0 of Batgirl, the first appearance. But, as you're going to tell from my collection, I am cheap. Up next, we've got Batman 179, the second appearance of the Riddler in modern age, and you know I'm gunning for that 171 because I want that first modern age, silver age appearance of the Riddler. So if you know, let your boy know. Oh, is this a first appearance? Is this a number one of the boys? It is. Yeah. The Boys number one. This is a half price book find. What? Let's go. Gang, I gotta show you guys some autograph books. This is Infinity Gauntlet number 1, and I think also the first Marvel book I've shown you in my collection. There you go, John. Hope you're happy. This is signed by Jim Starlin and Joe Rubinstein. Really cool book. I love the cover on this. It's fantastic. Next up, we've got Something is Killing the Children number 1. Ooh. Talk about how Something Killing the Children number 1 came out like within a month of Once and Future. And gang, I bet on Once and Future, and I got 2 issues of Once and Future, and I only got this 1 issue of Something's Killing the Children. This is why I don't comic book speculate. Up next, we got Batman 189, first Silver Age appearance of the Scarecrow. This cover is beat up to shreds, but I don't care because it still is the first Silver Age appearance of Scarecrow, and that's dope. First comic book appearance of Darkwing Duck. Let's go. I know y'all are buying up the Thundercats. You're all going to be getting Darkwing Duck next. I just got ahead of the game. This is the oldest book in my collection. This is a Dick Tracy. This is a popped wheat cover. 1948. I'm a big Dick Tracy fan, so this is really cool. It's the oldest book in my collection, and I love it a lot. First appearance of Booster Gold. Y'all know they got to do something with Booster Gold eventually. It's gonna pop. Ooh. This is a sketch cover I got done by Adam Fields. This is beautiful. Look at on the blue blank sketch cover. Let's go. Let's just keep the sketch covers going. This is a personalized first appearance of the Riddler Who Laughs, because my boy Roscoe, Geek Out with Roscoe, Art of Roscoe, knows I love the Riddler. And so he created a new character for me called the Riddler Who Laughs. And gang, this is a beaut. If you aren't following my boy Roscoe, y'all are sleeping on it, and get your life together. I expect more out of you. Let's keep the fun art train going. So this is Batman 50. I know Batman 50 gets a lot of, people don't like it, but this is something cool that I've been doing with my collecting as I go to cons. I'm getting it signed by different creators who are involved in this issue. So I've got Greg Capullo right there, David Finch right there, Mitch Gerards, Neil Adams. I'm going to get as many as I can who are involved in this book to sign it. This is really cool. I love this cover. Whether you like the book or not, this is a really cool cover. And this is one of the first books I kind of got into when I started collecting comics again. So this is kind of my special piece in my collection. What do you guys want to see? Slabbed raw. Y'all want some slab. I know how you guys are. This is a special book to me. This is my first ever book I sent in to CGC to Slab. This is Batman #1 from Volume 3. Again, Batman Volume 3 is a series that I got back into reading comics. Love Tom King's run. I know some people don't. I got this signed and remarked by David Finch at a con. This was a reader copy before I got into collect, because I read all my comics that I get. And I read it, and I still got a 9.8 signature series. First ever slab. This was pretty sweet and special in my collection. Next up, we got World's Finest 153. You know what this is. This is the epic Batman slapping Robin panel. I've been hunting for this book for a long time, so I was super glad to have that in my collection and add that. I'm going to put that away from the slabs. I'm going to stack the slabs separate from the raws. This is new. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go with another raw. This is Moon Knight #1. Pretty dope book. Another Marvel book. See, gang, I got some Marvel love for you. You know what? Let's just keep it going. This is Fantastic Four 209. This is the first appearance of Herbie. I know y'all specking that when Fantastic Four hits the MCU and they introduce Herbie, Herbie's going to be the next R2-D2. The next Babu Frick. You know, everyone's like, oh, it's so cute, it's so adorable. And y'all clowns are going to be specking on it and going crazy. Get this book now. Again, this is why I don't spec. What am I talking about? First appearance of the Suicide Squad as a team. #1, Suicide Squad #1. Let's stick with the team books. Justice League Dark #1. You know that HBO Max series coming, and it's going to be fire. Let's give you guys another slab. Let's look at this 8.5 Batman 313, the first appearance of Tim Fox, who's the new Batman. Gang, for a $3 book that I've had in my collection, what are you going to do? By the way, I got another one at an 8.5 as well. If you want it, let's make a deal. What do I go next? Judge Dredd #1. So first appearance, I think, in U.S. comics, because the British comics, he's there longer. Lil Bird #1, signed by Darcy Van Pol, guys. Let's go. We're getting into some of my signed books now. Spawn 301, signed by Greg Capullo and Clayton Crane. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Star Slayer #2. You might be sitting there going, why? What? Star Slayer #2? If you don't know, now you know. First appearance of the Rocketeer in comic books. Gang, this is a dollar bin book. Everyone's sleeping on it because everyone's picking up Star Slayer 1 because everyone gets #1s, but the Rocketeer's first appearance isn't in #1. It's in #2. Get it? Because you know when Disney Plus redoes that series, because they're going to do a Rocketeer series eventually. Your boy told you here first. Get it? Let's do another slab. You guys have been good to me, so let's treat you with another slab. Batman 234 in a 5.5. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face, and you can be like, oh no, it's not, it's the world's finest. That's Batman being Two-Face. It doesn't count. This is the legit. You guys know it is. And it's a beauty. And because you guys have been so good, let's hit you with another slab. That's right, we're talking Dark Knight Metals number 5. This is a CBC S 9.4, signed, witnessed by Scott Snyder. Ooh, purty book. Die, number 1. If you know, now you know. Port of Earth, number 1. This was just option. This is signed by my homie Zach Kaplan, author of Join the Future and Eclipse. Great books. Check them out. You know, this is a first appearance of Carnage. Amazing Spider-Man 361. That was a mystery box grab. I haven't gotten something that fire since then, but it is what it is. Ooh, this is for my boy Perry Comics. Omega Men number 3. You know it's the first appearance of Lobo. Let's go. Gang, Superman's ex-pal, the new Jimmy Olsen. Issue 133. And the next issue is the Dark Side stuff. But gang, this is an important one for me because this is the first time Jack Kirby did stuff for DC. And that's pretty iconic. So. Ooh, I'm going to save this one. I'm going to save that one. Let's get to this one. I have multiple issues of this. This is Green Lantern number 48. I have a couple raw issues signed by Daryl Banks, but this is a slab 9.8. Because you know I have to get the first appearance of the best Green Lantern. Come at me. Gang, if they got 48 slabbed in a 9.8, wouldn't it be great to have the most iconic Green Lantern cover right there by Daryl Banks slabbed in a 9.8? Because I do. And it's a beauty. All right. Again, I'm putting that book at the end. No, it's going to be the end. You got to stick tuned. Stay tuned. Up next, we got Flaming Carrot Comics number 16. This is the first appearance of the Mystery Men in comic books. You know that horrible 90s movie that no one liked, that I love? This is their first comic book appearance. First appearance of Black Lightning. Come on, gang. He needs more love than he's getting. You know this book's blowing up because it's a turtle book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures number 1. First Bebop, Rocksteady. I think it's the first Krang. I could be wrong. I don't know. I should send that in. We'll see. Up next, I've got Batman Adventures number 1. This is a holiday special. Super cool book. Mr. Freeze on the cover, Batgirl, and Batman in the reflection. I got 2 other books that are in my top 50 in my collection, but they're not here with me right now, so imagine them. Sketch cover of Absolute Carnage number 1 with a remark done by Ryan Stegman, and it's signed by Ryan Stegman and signed by Donny Cates. Look at that, gang. Ooh, it's beautiful. Now, it's being sent off to CBCS to get it verified, but you guys can picture it. Ooh, and it's beautiful. Tell me how beautiful that looks. It looks beautiful. Next, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but my next one that's not here right now, that's at CGC, it is my last Ronin Ash Can. I don't know what grade it is. If it's a 9.8, it's a beautiful thing. If it's a 9.6, it's still pretty cool. If it's 9.4, 9.2, I'm okay with that. But we'll let the imagination run wild with what this book is. So, first full appearance of Punchline. Hell Arisen number 3. Y'all might not like Punchline, but gang, this was like the first big book that I got in the midst of collecting, of trying to beat out all of you hooligans that were specking on it to get this so I could read it. First appearance of Big Hero 6 in comics. This is Marvel Comics Sunfire number 1. Big Hero 6. All right, I've got some books left. Let's see what's up. Boom. I just picked this up recently. This is Birthright number 1, 9.8. I love this series. Everything about it I adore. And I was really glad to have that in my collection. Batman Volume 2, number 1, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. This is signed by Greg Capullo. Very cool. Batman Avengers number 1, signed by Ty Templeton. You know Batman Avengers is the greatest animated series ever. BTAS. Let's go. So that was really cool cover to get signed. I just put that on. All right. I haven't even counted, so I feel like I'm near 50. I might not be, but whatever. Gang, first appearance of Super Pro, 9.4. I saved this to the end so you guys wouldn't end the video, because I knew if I put it early on, you could be like, oh, this guy's a clown. I'm going to end the video. And this book that none of y'all own in your collection is The Jump number 1 by my homie Rylan Grant. And this book is special and near and dear to my heart because this is the first appearance of the bearded comic bro in comic book form. That's right, gang. If you go and buy The Jump number 1, you will be able to get a first appearance of bearded comic bro in the comic. And that's pretty cool. So shout out to my homie Rylan Grant for making that happen. And gang, that's my collection. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I think you guys should do this at home because this is really cool to just get to see what you have. And I know I miss books that I have in my collection. And some of these aren't as big keys as other ones that people have. But this is for just starting collecting 3 years ago. Again, because I didn't collect as a kid. I just read comics as a kid. This is a pretty dope collection in my opinion. So I am happy with it, and I want to see what you guys have in yours. So make sure you guys make your top 50 books in your collection. Tag me. Let me know what you guys are doing as well. And with that being said, make sure if you're watching this, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let me know what are some of your favorite books that I showed. And hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out. Peace.